Oh yeah, that's right. Banners have been introduced into the game, but they're not actually active just yet. In beta branch 1.8.0 of the game, Tailworlds has put banners in as far as like the files themselves and the 3D models, but they're not actually active just yet. They place them there so that people can actually start doing some tweaking around with them and other fun things like that. But banner bearers are coming. They have said that they are coming in this patch at the very end of it, or I'm sorry, the hey, what's coming for single player, at the very end, they say this next patch isn't going to have banner bearers, but they are something that they're going to be putting into the game. So of course, we now can see what they have in mind for the individual factions and what these banners look like. And I'm going to go ahead and link this actual forum post here. One of the more observant individuals found it in the actual files here, so you can go ahead and give him a thank you. But one of the developers said, like, yeah, we put these in there. This isn't like a leak or anything. Like, it was meant for people to be found and looked at and everything. And it looks like each banner has got 3 increasing tiers. Of course, I don't know how old these banners are. Like, I have no idea if they said, hey, these are the banners we've been working on, or these are the old banners and we're putting them in the game. I know that banners were originally not scrapped, but taken out of early access because of they weren't liking the way the physics worked. But there's tons of mods that adds those banners back into the game. So these banner bearers looks like they'll be culturally different depending upon, I don't know if it's you, the leader, that has it, or if it's the individual unit or the individual carrier, right? Like, hey, if 60% of a unit is comprised of Sturgian soldiers, then you have a Sturgian banner. Or you as the party leader is Sturgian, so you're going to have a Sturgian banner. Or I don't know what the hell the case is, or maybe it's just going to be bound to the kingdom, mercenary, or vassalage of whatever you are a part of. So very interested to see how those cultural banners are going to play themselves out. But let's take a fucking look at these bad boys right here, right now, and we can see that for Sturgia we get a little bit of an interesting one here. I kind of get, maybe get like a little bit of that. We get a little bit of this action, so we can see them right there. A little interesting wolf head. And like a hide, less of like an actual banner here, like a fur trophy affixed to it. And again, 3 tiers, right? So we gotta go up in tier quality. Just the figurehead seems to be the only thing that changes in its ornateness and look and style. For Volandia, kind of what we would expect, more of a, I guess, medieval looking one, and we get a griffin, or then I think a lion. That thing's got a weird face on it, dude. I don't know what the hell that thing is. Again, I think these things are work in progress. Well, obviously they're work in progress, right? Because they're not in the game. But when we get a look at the dragon banner, you'll see. But the banners here for Volandia 2 kind of get more and more ornate with more ornate with some frills on them and stuff like that. The difference between just these two than these two right here. You can see that there's quite a little bit of decoration increase, but I do like this. We saw this banner in an old, like 2016, 2017 E3 showcase of Volandia. It had this style of banner, so very kind of cool to see that overall shape and banner style sticking. Empire, we get something very Byzantine, very Eastern Roman Empire-esque, and it just kind of carries on here, right? We get a different and more ornate banner again as we increase in its tier, and I do like that. I do wonder, though, what that tier increase is. Like, is it the unit tier that causes this? Is it a certain clan level that causes a different tier of banner? And I do like that there are dynamic increasing tier banners. So, and I have not used a banner mod in, I don't know, man, like a year or something like that, maybe 2, because the game's been out for about 2 years now at this point. So I don't know if banner mods have added in any kind of tier system or anything like that, and they have some sort of innate code already built into the game that I have no idea about, but I am very curious to see how those tiers are going to work themselves out. The Empire ones, though, pretty cool, pretty spicy here. In fact, I think this is just that's zoomed in enough. The other one's not very zoomy. Kazate one's also extremely cool. And I wonder if this will have a limitation, right? Like, okay, if they're on horseback, they will carry a certain type of banner, or if they are not on horseback, they'll carry a banner. Like, I wonder if there's like that kind of limitation. Like horse archers, they won't have banners or whatever it is, or they'll have different ones, because these are pretty huge and ornate and crazy. So if you're having them on horseback, it might not make sense. So I'm curious to see how that will kind of play itself out. But we do also have the Aserai banners, which are looking pretty good. Very similar here to the Sturgia banners. Different little figureheads as well that kind of change. The matches also the new Sturgian armor, right? We got the new Sturgian pieces, and they have very similar looking creature on their shoulder pads. I don't even know if that's a griffin. It looks winged of some sort, but it looks absolutely insane. I think that like banner bearers are something that we've wanted in the game for ages, and it's cool to finally get some sort of concrete evidence that it is coming from Tale Worlds outside of blog posts say it's coming. This is a really cool way to show it off, saying, yeah, it's coming. It's now in the files. People can now manipulate it and play with it and do some things with it. But here's concrete proof that we indeed will be introducing them into the game. And I'm wondering, of course, all those limitations and whatnot. Moving here into our other one, we have Britannia. These ones are looking, I think of all of them, Britannia I like the most because they look the most polished. Horse into an increasing stag, or maybe that's not a horse. Horses don't have that. What's wrong with me? That's not how a horse looks. So you get a more crazy, ornate, gold, badass looking stag here. And I do really like that. I wonder then if this will also, whatever criteria creates the tier system behind these banners being held on by troops on the actual battlefield, I wonder if that will then be affixed to the banner you carry whilst running around the campaign map, right? As an indication of, hey, this is my clan and I've got a banner. And I wonder then, okay, this will be the banner you carry if you are a Britannian clan after a certain tierage that would necessitate that tierage of banner. I'm really hung up on what the fuck makes a different tier here, right? Like that is like all up in my brain grill right now. Here's a closer shot at the Britannian ones. Again, super ornate. These definitely seem to be the ones that are, maybe this is the king, right? Because it's got a little crown on it. But they seem to be the ones that are the most fleshed out by comparison, right? By looking at the Aserai ones look a little chunky here. Because 8 ones, I think these ones are pretty solid. And I guess this is fine, but Vlandia looks rough. Those figureheads look just not fun. Same thing here with Sturgia. And maybe, although the Sturgian ones, I think if you're kind of looking at it from a more oldie Middle Ages, you get that same style of look for the figurehead. So very interesting to see if they are going to be given another pass or what have you. And again, we have the Dragon Banner. Ooh, the Dragon Banner. That is a rough Dragon Banner. So hopefully that thing gets an improvement because that looks like a crocodile with a funky crown or a frill on top of its head. It looks like a metamorphosis between a sperm whale's snout and a crocodile. Put those two together. Maybe I mean alligator. Which one has a longer snout? Alligator is the longer snout, crocodile is the shorter snout, short and stubby. I could never remember. I'm not from Florida, I'm from Southern California. I've never even fucking seen an alligator, let alone a crocodile. But that thing is looking not bueno. So I very hope that we get a pass on that. And worst comes to worst, we'll get a cool ass mod that will have some sort of different, cool, ornate, crazy dragon banner. So it's cool that we can see those. And I think that it's cool too that these things are in the game so that modders can immediately take advantage and make a mod that allows us to play with these in 1.8 in some way, shape, or form. Now, I would love to see that Steam Workshop integration come out so that we can just have these things clicked on and with the Steam Workshop integration. And of course, with that, we'll get a lot more playability and flexibility with these banners and what have you. But that is it. That's the coverage for today. Just wanted to quickly go over these brand new banners that are in the files. It says leaked, but it's not leaked. It's just there. You can go ahead and take access of them, take a look at them, access them, and do with them as you see fit. A whole bunch of different mods or modding tools were kind of brought in with 1.82 to make things a lot easier for modders. So hopefully, again, like this will also lend itself into bringing these into the game early to have some fun and some sampling. But as always, guys, go ahead and let me know what you're thinking about these new banners in the comments section below. Do you like this tier system? Do you think you have an idea of how this tier system might play itself out? Do you think that these banners will be affixed to individual units, to the party leader's culture, to the party's loyalty culture, right? If you're loyal to, maybe you're Vlandian born, but you are a vassal of Sturgia, thus you're going to have Sturgian banners. Love to get an idea of what you guys think. But again, as always, thank you so much for watching here today. Have a good one and take care.